Welcome back to Northern Lights Disc Golf. I'm Brian Lagergren. Today I will be bringing you chase card coverage of the Lake Superior Open MPO Round 3 Front 11 on the Eagles Peak course at Montauk Resort in Superior, Wisconsin. Today we have Ben Kroll, -8, Jason Blake, -7, Mike Vandewettering, -6, Mitch Privette, -6. Hole 1, 231 feet, par 3. This hole is pretty self-explanatory. You can see it right there at the top of the hill. Really only trouble you can get into is hyzer off early left into the trees, or if you just absolutely crush it and go deep, you could get into some trouble too. Looks like Ben got up there pretty good. There's Jason. Looks like he's a little wide. See what Mike's got. Looks like Mike goes with the big spike hyzer. Looks like Mitch goes a little long as well. Looks like they're all going to have looks for 2. Here's Jason. Oh, just a little low. Mitch is getting into it. Looks like Mitch is just outside the circle. A little low. Let's see if Ben can capitalize on a nice drive. Nice 2 for Ben. Mike with the 2. Jason to clean up his 3. Mitch will have a drop in 3. Hole 2, 297 feet, par 3. This shot is a righty hyzer. You really just want to shoot right into that big bushy cedar tree, the dark green tree, right where Mike's going in. The basket is up on a hill, just past that tree. It's pretty tough to actually land your disc up there without it rolling back down the hill. Ben's drive is about perfect. It's textbook the way you want to play this hole. Looks like Jason's going to have a nice shot too. Looks like they're all going to have looks. Mitch is out a little further than he wants to be. The further out you get, the harder it is to get a good look at the basket because of the ceiling of those cedar boughs. Mitch is trying to go around them. Uh-oh. Just got on edge. Eagles Peak has a lot of fast greens, as you'll see in this video. Looks like Mike's going to have a look at a 2 here. Just a little low. Let's see if Mitch can pick up his par after that unfortunate roll away. Mitch is not happy. Looks like Ben's going to have a pretty nice look. Really no obstruction. Nice 2 for Ben. That's 2 birdies in a row for Ben to start it off. Oh! Let's try that again. Jason picks up his 2. That was a good drive from Jason. He looks like he crashed right through the trees and just sat there perfectly. Like I said, you don't see drives landing on that hill very often. Mike's going to pick up his par. And Mitch with the bogey. Hole 3, 279 feet, par 3. This hole's a double mando. You need to shoot through that gap. Otherwise, go to the drop zone. Looks like Ben sawed it off a little early. This hole's really grown in over the years. It seems like that gap gets smaller and smaller every year. Jason with the perfect drive. Let's see if Mike can follow suit. Good shot for Mike. Mitch makes the mando, but he hits a tree early. He doesn't get up the gap, so he's going to pretty much just have to pitch up and hope he can save a bogey. This hole is a par 3, but it scores 3.57. Pretty much makes it, what makes this hole tough is that double mando gap that you have to hit. You have to throw it pretty high as well to get it up there. When you're in Mitch's spot right here, you can't see the basket, so it's blind, and it's a pretty tough shot. We'll see how it turned out. Ben hyzered a little early, didn't quite make it out. Looks like he'll probably have some sort of a gap. There you go. Yep, he got out. going to have a long look here to save his par. Oof. Four is really not that bad on this hole. You see a lot worse. 7s, 8s, and this hole can be a round breaker. You get those high numbers early in your round, and Mike's going to have a look here for 2. Oh, tickles the chains. Jason's look for 2. A little low. Little camera glitch there. We missed Mitch's par putt, I guess, and he took his bogey. Jason and Mike. Both putting for par. Looks like they're both going to pick up their par. Ben and Mitch both going to take bogeys. Hole 4, 226 feet, par 3. This hole's uphill, just straight forward. You're basically aiming right at that the birch tree, straight in front of you up there, the white one. And the basket is on the top of a hill that drops off pretty drastically. So it's more of a finesse shot. You just kind of want to place it up there and leave yourself with a putt. You throw it too hard, you're going to definitely go down the hill. Looks like these guys are all just going to try to throw a nice easy hyzer up there. Looks like a nice shot from Ben. Guess we'll have to see when we get up there. A lot of times you think you have a good drive, you get up there and you realize that you went down the hill. Here's Mitch. Both Ben and Mitch are on Team Northern Lights. Good shot from Mitch. Looks like Jason's just going to do a little half bid. Smartly played. Let's see what Mitch is going to do. If Mitch is going to go for this, or oh, you know he's going for it. Looks like Mitch rolled to the bottom of the hill. At least he can see the basket from there. He can give himself some sort of a look. Oof. Good bid. Here's Ben's look for 2. Nice 2 for Ben. Pretty close, or he didn't have that bad of a death putt. You're always thinking about that backdrop though. Yeah, Mike was a little low, but hit and stuck. Just gonna clean up his bogey. Jason for par. Hole 5, 216 feet, par 3. This is an island hole. Your drive needs to land on the island, or else you re-tee until you land on the island. Or I should say come to rest on the island. Most of these guys are going to just throw something overstable mid-range, just hyzer it in there. Just hope it sticks. Looks like Jason's going with the forehand. Nice little roll to the basket. Nice shot from Mike. A little short for Mitch, but he's on the island. Wide right from Mitch. Kind of like to be right of the basket. Oh, that's an unfortunate spit from Jason. Usually those downhill putts are a little easier than the uphill ones, especially when you're as close as Jason. Looks like Ben can pick up his 2. Nice 2 for Ben. Mike pretty much parked it. 2 for Mike. Par for Jason. Par for Mitch. Hole 6, 276 feet, par 3. This is a tricky little hole for a righty hyzer. Basket's on that hill, slants down to the left. It's pretty tough to get it to stick up there without hyzering down like Ben just did. A lot of people elect to go with the forehand. Looks like Mike's going to show us the way here. Just finishes better, you know, crashes into the hill. Nice shot from Mike. Looks like Jason's going forehand as well. Another nice shot. Showing us how to play this hole. Looks like Mitch is going thumber. Ooh, a little deep. Oh, what a putt from Ben. Putt of the round so far. He's loving it. Let's see if Mitch can pick up his 2. A little low for Mitch. I think he was putting into a pretty strong headwind. Mike for 2. Jams at home. Looks like Jason's even closer. Nice 2 for Jason. See if Mitch can clean up his par. Hole 7, 240 feet, par 3. This is a fun little hole. It's actually blind from off the tee by those trees on the left. It's just a nice easy hyzer. And usually that cabin up there, the deck is full of spectators, so a lot of eyes on you when you're throwing and putting. And it's another fast green, another slanted, elevated green. I'm just going to throw it right in there. A lot of times you can't feel that wind off the tee either. So yeah, I like to throw a nice overstable driver, just hyzer it up in there, throw it, 50 to 75%. Just like Jason there. Nice shot from Mitch. I think Mitch just floated a putter right in there. These guys are all going to have looks at 2. A little high for Ben. Wind might have got a hold of that one. Mitch is going to have a drop in. Nice 2 for Mitch. Mike with the 2 and Jason with the 2. Ben's going to clean up his par. Hole 8, 282 feet, par 3. This basket sits up on the right, up on the bank, pretty much just right behind that light pole. Forehand is really a preferred shot. The road is OB, so if there's any kind of wind, you always have to worry about your disc hyzering off going into the road. That's why if you have the power, the forehand is definitely a preferred shot. As you can see, Jason just absolutely parks it. One thing, you don't want to go long of this basket right, because it does slant down the hill. It does go a ways down there too. Just going to have a putt. See if Ben can convert on this too. Get back on the birdie streak. Just a little low for Ben. Looks like Mike's about 30 feet. Picks up the 2. Jason with the 2. Mitch picks up his par. Ben's just going to have a drop in here for par. Hole 9, 569 feet, par 4. This is our first par 4. The road is OB. And there's a Mando up there to the right. The basket is up around the corner to the right still. You still can't see it. That's a good shot. You kind of really want to be up there by the short tee or the drop zone for the missed Mando. Jason's going to have a nice shot. The further left you can get on your drive, it's going to set you up for a better angle on your second shot. You get too tight right and you get a tricky upshot. Mitch is flirting with that Mando. It looks like he came up a little short of it. He should still have a shot from there if he didn't go into the woods. Looks like Ben's going to be a little righter than he'd like. We still have a shot there. Jason goes in a little early. Looks like Mitch is going to have to throw a big Anheuser here. Well, pin deep. He's going to have a look. Mike's just going to throw a nice safe shot up there. Looks Looks like Jason just went into the rough a little bit. Good shot for Jason. Looks like Mike's just going to lay it up. The hill slants down to the right and behind the basket, so Mitch has a pretty big death putt here. Outside, let's see, circle 2. Big jumper by Mitch. Picks up the birdie. There was only 6 birdies on this hole all day. Looks like Jason and Mike are going to pick up their pars. Ben's going to get his par. Hole 10, 570 feet, par 3. Now we're at the top of Eagles Peak. We start shooting down now. Here's Mitch. You can see the basket right there past the chairlift. It's a fun hole because you're not really shooting directly down at it. You're shooting more like across the hill. So you can either throw the big hyzer like Jason's doing here. The hyzer's the safe shot. You can hear that wind's whipping. With a good tailwind, though, you can pretty much throw straight at it with a little bit of an anhyzer, and it flexes out at the end, and you can get yourself looks for 2. Looks like that one parked the short pin. Here's Ben. Ben's probably going to go with the big hyzer with the power he has. Ben's going over. Looks like they're all going to have safe shots. I personally think the upshot is the toughest shot on this hole. Just the way that the slant of the hill, fast green around the basket with the short grass. Wonder if Mitch is going to run this. Looks like Jason's just going to lay it up.
The wind's going to feel nice for the last second here before we're into much.
Got to thank Bart Peterson for all the camera work. Thanks, Bart. You could hear Bart there in the background. Looks like Ben landed in that pine tree a little bit. It's going to force him to straddle. You can see that wind just swirling. Looks like Mike's going to have a little bit for his comeback here. Just a little low for Mike. Looks like Mike's going to get the only bogey. That hole was a 3.3 scoring average. There's only 4 birdies all day on that hole. Hole 11, 252 feet, par 3. This is another really fast green. You really just want to throw a hyzer. Hope not to hit any of those trees. And you can see the basket right there, straight ahead. There is more of a defined right hyzer laying there. Like you can kind of see where the sun is shining. It is easy to go long. You don't want to go long. You don't want to go right. It goes down the hill pretty fast. Oh, good roll for Jason. Rolled back down and curled right around. Ben hit something there, a little hyzered early. Right up the pipe by Mike. Nice shot. Good up by Ben. Looks like Mitch is going to have a tricky look here for his two. Oh. Just a little high. Jason for his two. Nice two. Mike for two. Looks like Ben and Mitch are going to pick up their pars. Well, that's it for the front 11. Join me next time for the back 11, more chase card coverage. And always, thanks for watching.